It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll get a look at Joe Burrow. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Saints and the Giants, and it's coming up next.
Folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good off.
Are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And leading them out, a man who has led his team to the conference championship game the last 2 seasons, winning it 2 years ago. Here's Joe Burrow.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up. And we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
First carry now for Jaleel McLaughlin. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Saints at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's Burrow. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. In motion right, that's Collins. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ready? And they pitch it to Eckler. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. The give is to McLaughlin. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Burrow. And he's got it. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. And whatever they said appears to have worked. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. Leading them out, a first-round pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, former Clemson Tiger, Deshaun Watson.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The rushing numbers for Pollard last week, 23 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson. This one to the former Robbie Anderson, now Robbie Chosen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Here's Watson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping that one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a first down throw. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. Trying to run forward Pollard, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They're running. Ingram. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Here's McLaughlin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. You talk about this Giant defense. They played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Burrow. He's got Njoku, his big tight end, and he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Jabril Peppers is deep for the Giants. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And you see the last drive, great chunk of yardage, the touchdown on 5 carries. And offensively, everything just looked in sync, didn't it?
It did, and the reason that it was in sync is because it's a combination of play calling, game plan, offensive line marrying up with all of their blocks. But don't forget the receivers out on the perimeter. Any type of a long run, the receivers have had a hand in that because they've occupied people downfield. And, of course, give the big credit to the man with the football. Great vision, good movement, gets to the end zone.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Watson now to throw. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. But not many guys who can blow up plays like Chase Young. He did it again there. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing on third down, Watson. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. This is caught inside the 15. A big gain of 39 on third.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Coming left, it's Ingram. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run straight ahead here with Powell. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got it into last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Gay's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They will throw on first down with Burrow. This one left side caught by Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2. Carry from McLaughlin. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. On the ground, here's McLaughlin. They'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in by Collins. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Another one caught by Collins. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Burrow will throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So the face mask moves them closer, and now 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown! David Njoku. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Saints are once again back in front. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, gotta give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And New York set to take the field. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Faking the give. Now Watson. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, a give to Pollard. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he's going to have a 1st down here. They're also in the field goal range down at the 27-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Touchdown, Saints. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
To me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the 2nd half, give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Gano for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that drive, 4 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and 7. Again, it's Watson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Out of the gun, Watson. Out light, caught by Chosen. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now it's Watson. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We saw a strong first half out of the quarterback, Joe Burrow. He threw a first quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He'll find Metcalf. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Here's 3rd down and 4. To throw is Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. Here's Jackson. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Burrow on play action. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play. Gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Saw the rush was coming. Hung in there. Took the hit. Dumped it out to the outside. And now they pick up some yardage. And the upper back is grateful to you. And will continue to make plays.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
He certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll run it here. And it cooked up, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
And the Giants ready to come out now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
2nd and 10.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Now it's Burrow. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
And New York set to take the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 23, this is 2nd and 3. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Watson off play action. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, it's Pollard, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Down onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll run. It's McLaughlin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Shifts by him. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Watson now to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Watson's throw caught here by Metcalf.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Quick throw to Collins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more there and another first down. And Burrow going to throw again. And he rifles one incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Able to hit his target lane. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
This will be caught. Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, McLaughlin. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Up the middle with Eckler. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Graham Gano. Remember, he beat the Giants with a 63-yarder back in 2018. Gano's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a nice kick there as they were able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Giants with possession of the football but needing points as we start quarter number 4. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Giants on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now.
He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, Jackson.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Nifty move. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
49 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 41-yard line. It's a pickup with 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. The give is to McLaughlin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's McLaughlin. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Will Lutz for the Saints field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's CD an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
New York ready to go again offensively. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
It's a gain of 7.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Watson.
That's over the middle, caught by Chosen.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. On the draw, it's Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's Watson.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Now it's Watson.
And oh, That's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Saints will take over here just shy of the 30. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Burrow going to set up the draw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So from the 37, here's 2nd and a couple. Lamb in motion left. Now they show jet sweep, but instead they run up the middle here. And this will wind up a Saints first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
They go play action with Burrow.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Chris Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on here to punt it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Watson.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Open man, this is Lewis. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll run for it with Pollard. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Here's 1st down. Here's Watson. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. Here's 1st and goal. So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and controlled you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. This will count as a sack, a very short sack. Taken down at the 2. To throw, Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Gay's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And the Saints are going to get to this one, so that should about do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road. But there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Saints, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.